He's taken the 3 bonus seconds. Søren Vanskov gets 2. And that means now that Jonathan Narvaez is, well, I know, I've got to do my maths here. No, work it out, Cox. He's the virtual race leader now. We see it. That was the moment. Great timing again from Narvaez. Jonathan Narvaez, the 3, 2 seconds to Søren Vanskov, and now Riley Sheehan fancies doing what he did yesterday. It worked yesterday, why not? After the bonification print, Riley Sheehan goes again. We're having a replay of what we had yesterday here as well, because Søren Vanskov is going with him. Wow. Actually, the fact that it's been Sheehan and Vanskov going for it has kind of neutralised things a little bit. Wout van Aert comes back to the front. Now this should be to try and now do the long drive for Matthew Drennan to the finish. 2 kilometres to go right now. We have Wout van Aert on the front. We have been told by his team, his sports director, that Wout van Aert is here to work for Matthew Brennan, teach him the rope, show him how to do things. I have to say right now, I know I'm a British commentator, ignore that. This is locked on for a Matthew Brennan stage win. I would suggest the only riders in here that can beat him are Jonathan Narvaez, Søren Vanskov, who's just been beaten in the intermediate sprint point anyway, and Danny van Poppel maybe, who's moving up in that Dutch Champions jersey. Are we looking at a second stage win of the week for Matthew Brennan, the winningest rider in this field already? He'll know it, the pressure on him right now. He's a young rider though who just doesn't seem to feel the pressure. We don't see that on Brennan at all. They are so close now. 1,500 metres to go, and they'll start to ride into the gradual ramp that takes them up to the edge of the square here in Kassel. Wout van Aert's going to go deep here. He's got Søren Vanskov on his wheel. Now, Vanskov is a long way up this group already. Marius Meyerhofer is back there. He has on his wheel the green jersey of Matthew Brennan. Oh, we've just lost a shot here for a moment. It's paused. Thankfully, we're going back to the shot at the back. It's Jörg Zimmermann still hanging on to the back end of this field. Florian Lipovic is still there with a number 11 on his back, but he's going to stay out of trouble in the dark skies above them. Matthew Brennan has got Danny van Poppel on his wheel. It's a small group, this. Hardly any lead-outs available for anyone. At the moment, it's Søren Vanskov following the back wheel of Wout van Aert. Wout van Aert can't really look back at this stage. He's got to keep this going. And, yeah, Matthew Brennan is in good position. Jonathan Narvaez moving up onto Brennan's wheel. We're not going to see any late attacks from here, I don't think. Sam Watson is up alongside Marius Meyerhofer, actually battling for the back wheel of, I think it might be Marco Haller there as well. We're inside the final kilometre now, into the gradually dragging road, and Wout van Aert is using his last little lift. Søren Vanskov gapping a little bit back to Marco Haller now. Marius Meyerhofer having to hang on. This is a massive drive from Wout van Aert. Watch the back wheel of Søren Vanskov. It's closing back up. Sam Watson is coming. Here goes Vanskov. He's open for the line. Danny van Poppel following. Where's the green jersey of Matthew Brennan? Brennan looking for the gap, but he can't find it. Danny van Poppel's going to get this. Matthew Brennan with a hand in the air, but Danny van Poppel getting the win that he threatened to get all week. But definitely some complaints there from Matthew Brennan. Søren Vanskov was right there, as was Emilian Genier by the looks of it as well. But a stage win for Danny van Poppel. We'll need to see that from the front and on high again to see the movement of riders in that finale, but definitely Brennan complaining about the movement of riders around him. Florian Lipovic across the line, taking the applause of the crowd, as you might expect. Danny van Poppel getting to celebrate. He rode his way up through that group very neatly, the Dutch champion. Originally not in that group, remember. He got back in there through chasing and pacing around him. He was serviced and looked after by Florian Lipovic. That would be a deserving victory. Let's hope it stands. I'm not suggesting it shouldn't, by the way, but Brennan was definitely complaining about movement of riders around him. We will wait to see it again. Now, Danny van Poppel will get the 10-second bonus. He started the day, as I say, in 4th, but 17 seconds down. That won't be enough to give him back the race lead that he did hold, sorry. There's Steven Kruijswijk coming over the line after all his hard work. Let's look at it again. So it was Søren Vanskov who led around the final bend. There's Danny van Poppel moving up the inside. Marco Haller there just trying to get out of the way, I think. Sam Watson on the outside. There comes Matthew Brennan. This is the point at which Vanskov and... Whoa, my goodness me. I tell you what, Brennan was lucky to hold that up. Brennan's now sat up in that sprint. I don't know if they will, but there's a fair chance that the jury will look at that. I need to look at the movement of riders around them. I am not a race commissaire, I should point out, so it's not my job to say that. But Danny Van Poppel goes right. He then comes there, making Brennan bulk. It's Vanskold only just staying upright. We are lucky there wasn't a crash there. Well, what do you lot think?